He looks at you. What? You don't know? Well, I guess if you know there's an event, I can tell you a little bit about it. A traveling bard from Califas is coming in. Gonna sing us some songs in the gazebo. Supposedly the town council paid for it. Free to all town folk. That's really all he has to say to you about it.
Is there are there stalls? Is this a general festival or just a concert?
And he kind of looks up and it's like, eh, if you go, you'll see. It's nothing fancy.
Thank you.
He kind of brushes you off and goes back to his drink. And you were listening, trying to hear any overgoing conversations.
Yeah.
Alright, make me a perception. Let's see, what do you... Um, you heard a little bit of gossip about how one of the farmers on the outskirts of town is freaked out a bit. He walked out to his field and found one of his cows bled clean dry.
What? I nudge Hellthorpe and see if he can get any information out of the farmers, all the gossipers.
Excuse me, sir. Did you mention the bloodless cow just now?
He looks at you. Yeah, might have, but it's none of outsiders' business.
The image of a bloodless cow is quite disturbing to those of my order. I'm a I'm a man of Iomidi, as it were. Perhaps I could look into this for you.
Make me a diplomacy check on that. Well, you are a holy man, but I can't say really we know much that caused it. If I had to guess, some sturge out from the woods probably drained it. Doesn't seem too uncommon out of this way. You must be a long way from where you're from.
Yes, my travels have taken me far, but I found your village to be quite nice, and I thought I would help out around here.
Oh, very well. You might talk to the sheriff if he's heard anything more about it, though. I would I would suspect it's just gonna be dismissed as local wildlife. A little bit odd, though, I will say.
Very much so. Thank you, sir.
Hmm. He kind of puts a motion up with a toast of his glass and then chugs the rest of his glass down and goes back to talking with the people at his table.
Do I hear anything else going on?
That's about all you hear. I mean, it's pretty loud going on in there.
So what's our plan of action for the day, gentlemen?
I thought we would head to the what's the name of this prison again?
Harrowstone.
Harrowstone?
I thought we would head to Harrowstone on the morrow. Maybe enjoy the concert tonight, and if we have time, check out that bloodless cow. Maybe talk to the sheriff.
I will be going to speak to Father Grimborough after lunch. I want to know more about this prison before I enter.
Sounds like Prentice will go on a expedition to find out more information, and some will go with them, and some will go investigate bloodless cows.
Yep. It's probably about 12:30 right now. Over on the wall in the Locar's Tavern, you do see a poster advertising the event tonight at 6 o'clock. Just to give you all a little bit of a time frame.
Alright. 6 hours. Probably be back a little bit early to pick up the lass, mosey on over. That's more than enough time after lunch.
I should probably head over to the church then to try and get access to those records.
All right, I'll head over to the sheriff's office.
I guess I'll go with you.
Hey, so everyone went to the sheriff's office but Prentice. Okay.
And Prentice is the first to die.
Yeah, he'll be alright.
Prentice,
See that
stop for a
acolyte?
second.
Yes?
As you pass these woods, I want you to make me a perception check.
Ah, damn it.
Oh.
Boom!
Alrighty.
Oh, shit.
So, as you're walking, you got another glimpse of like an axe kind of bouncing through those woods, and when you turned and looked, it disappeared.
Prentice is running the rest of the way to the church.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go down to the sheriff's office for a bit. So as the rest of you enter into the sheriff's office, you see the sheriff sitting at his desk. His deputy is back tending to their prisoner, their frequently delinquent prisoner who looks to be in a drunken stupor in the back prison. He doesn't seem to notice you coming in. He doesn't have like a bell on his door or anything.
I knock on the counter.
He looks up and he like tilts his hat. He's like, "Oh," yeah, he looks very groggy for a second. "Oh, sorry about that. I was taking a bit of a noontime nap. It's a long night." What can I do for you?
Do tell, Sheriff. I hope nothing's amiss.
Oh no, just nightly patrol. Trying to keep things safe around here. See if I can't catch any of them people who might have desecrated our monument. So far, really nothing, though.
Well, we've just been at the tavern and we heard a disturbing story of a cow with its blood drained from it. Have you heard this?
Yes. Old Farmer Ray came in. He reported one of his livestock had been drained. Uh, Honestly, it's probably just a sturge. There's some woods nearby here that a colony of them live. They're normally not very, I guess, active. They tend to stick to their woods, but something might have spooked them and brought them out, and there happened to be a slow-moving target that they could take and drain their blood. And do tell you know what a sturge is, correct? That'd be a
Vampire bat.
knowledge nature.
Roll what?
Knowledge nature.
Everyone?
Anyone who's in jail. Ash and Hellforth, you don't know what sturges are.
I don't know.
Zarkleen doesn't know what a sturge is.
I don't know what a sturge is!
Valorant, you know what a sturge is, basically a giant mosquito.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. He looks at you, three baffled faces. Valorant, you look kind of smug. He's like, well, obviously you don't. Well, you see, there are these very large bugs, probably, I don't know, about the size of a small child. Had these long needles for mouth, and they go around and attach onto something and suck all of its blood out. Nasty creatures. Feeds on the blood of anyone that it can latch onto.
Sounds terrible.
Where do such creatures generally nest?
Oh, here in Ustalav, out in the woods a lot of times. Generally it's the deeper forest. But something could rustle one up to make it leave, but they're generally nocturnal. Fly around at night, sucking the blood out of an unsuspected victim.
Well, thank you, Sheriff. We'll keep a lookout.
Well, I'm gonna send one of my deputies out there to confirm my suspicions. If you hear anything about sturges in the town or in the areas around, feel free to bring back any information you can find as well.
Do you know where the
We
cow's
will.
body is?
Oh, old Farmer Ray's farm, it's out, to the northwest of the town. If you go all the way up to the top corner of the map where it says Raven Grove, it's that big field.
Well, thank you, Sheriff.
Fair enough. Anyways, is there anything else that brings you here today?
We just wanted to find out what was up with the bloodless cow. Seemed mighty suspicious.
I really don't think it's too suspicious, but if you feel like investigating, feel free.
Well, we have time for the concert. We might very well do that.
Alright, and back to Apprentice.
Yay!
Apprentice, you ran like hell.
Yes, I did.
You made great time. Uh, as you start approaching the temple, you see Evelyn outside. She's got like a skeleton of like, I guess you would appear to be a small little tree mammal. And she's sitting there
Small.
putting flowers in it and playing with it.
Hello again.
Hello. And she takes the skull and kind of points it towards you and nods its head in a higher pitched voice. Hello.
Hi.
She looks at you. I found a new friend. It doesn't appear
see
to
that.
die too long ago.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Father Grimborough now.
Okay. Bye-bye. And she nods the head on the skeleton again. Bye-bye.
Farewell. And I'm going in the church.
As you go and she starts skipping off in the other direction. You enter into the church, and back in the very back, you can see Father Grimborough. He looks like he's preparing some holy water in the back.
Excuse me, Father, do you have a moment?
Oh, what is it, my child?
I am doing some research as we try to figure out what exactly happened to Professor Lorimore, and I was wondering if the church had any records on Harrowstone and the prisoners in it.
We have some simple records. A little bit of biographical information of anyone who's made Ravengrow a residence, and I guess you could include the prisoners in that sense. Our clergy did go to the prison to try to help their damned souls.
That is actually what I'm looking for, is information about the prisoners. I guess Evelyn was right to point me in this direction.
Well, she's a smart girl. Strange, but smart.
True that. Would you be alright with me looking through the records?
Make me a diplomacy check. Alright, he stops. He looks at you and kind of looks at the ground for a little bit. Well, normally I would have to deny, but the professor was a friend of mine, and if you're working to work on his legacy, I guess you can have a look. Just be courteous and make sure to put everything back where you found.
Of course, sir. I would do nothing less.
And he kind of motions you to follow him, and he takes you to a back room of the church. And as you enter this back room, there are basically books lining all four walls of this room from floor to ceiling. And on each book are a bunch of numbers. Like if you were to look at the wall, they're basically kind of numbered. Numbers starting at around 2,900 ending, and the last book that you can kind of see ends in about 4,712.
Are these books ordered by year?
Mm. Yes, that's a good observation. I believe if you're looking for the prison, you're gonna want 4,666, I believe.
That will be an excellent start.
Very well, I will leave you to your research. I have to prepare for services tonight after the big festival.
Of
The
course, and
bard is
thank
a uh, the
you
bard
again.
is a worshipper of Pharasma. I suspect she'll be coming by here afterward. And he nods at you and wishes you.
Sweet.
And you are now in the archives of the. So you're going to be researching for the next 4 hours, I think.
Yep.
All right. In that time, you will be able to research one prisoner. Who are you going to worship? Or not worship. You're
Who
going
am I
to.
gonna worship?
Yes. Who are you gonna worship? Which one of them are you gonna worship? Which one are you gonna research?
I'm gonna research the Lopper.
Okay. So you can make me a knowledge local or a knowledge history check for the Lopper. Alright, you're going to be able to get a lot of information because of the modifiers of having the books in front of you, so let me get you all that you know about the law.
Meanwhile, we are walking up towards the church.
Okay,
The path Prentice took.
the path Prentice took. Alrighty. Let me get you his information and then I will go to you guys and we'll see what it is. Okay.
I'm ready.
You know that you're able to figure out that the Lopper's name was Vance Sastrel, or Setresel, I should say.
Okay.
Let me write that for.
Oh, you already gave me the names last time.
Ah, okay. The Lopper was a vicious criminal. He was sent to Harrowstone after 12 killings. None of his victims had anything particularly in common with each other. He was your classic definition of a serial killer. Except he was very sadistic. He would stalk his prey, following them for days upon end, hiding in the trees, waiting for the exact perfect moment to pop out from the woods to behead them with his hand axe.
Oh.
The other stuff you're able to find is the Lopper was considered one of the more dangerous prisoners of Harrowstone. He was kept in the basement level of the prison in an oblette.
You mean an
Uh,
oubliette?
yes, an oubliette.
The
Yes,
oubliettes!
yes, he was kept basically because the guards feared him because they thought he could overpower them. And he was scheduled for execution, but the fire took his life before his execution day. And that is what you learned about the Lopper.
Alrighty.
Congratulations.
Yay.
All right. By the way, guys, you do not have to make a perception check as y'all are crossing by those woods.
Just wanted to make sure. Give you the
Of course
opportunity
not.
to make us do it.
Hmm?
Because we're not getting stopped with a lopper.
The Lopper's not stalking you guys.
That's what I meant.
Prentice just keeps seeing axes in woods.
Gee, I don't know what this could possibly mean.
Sean, can I make a prediction?
Are you the Oracle?
I am in this
Because
situation.
if you're not an actual Oracle, you can shut your fucking mouth.
I've been known to be right about certain things in the future.
Besides, I have a plan.
I just
Alright,
want-
So, are y'all walking by the farm and going straight to the church?
I wanted to mention to Prentice where we were going to be and why.
Alright.
So he knows. Not everyone has
All
to
right.
follow me. Some people can stay at the farm if they want. Start their investigating.
Well that appears to be a field. So where would the cows be? Over here? Okay.
The big
Is the map or anything lagging for y'all?
No.
A little bit.
doesn't seem to be. If you're getting any lag, just refresh your web browser. That should fix it.
Well, I nod to Eve for going into the church.
Yeah,
Not weak.
she's sitting there on the ground playing with her squirrel skeleton.
Wait, I thought she skipped away.
She came back.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
I mean, she's
really
gonna hang out near the temple.
in a creepy sort of way.
Do you actually say that, or you're just thinking that?
It's muttered to myself.
Okay. She doesn't really seem to notice you. She's too fixated on it right now.
Really creepy. Alright. I just asked the father where my companion is so I can share with him some news and I'll be on my way.
Well, he's in the back room, working in the archives.
May I go back there and give him some news, or is it okay for me to leave it with you?
You may do either. A friend of his is welcome back there to help, or deliver news, or you could just hand it to me and I'll tell him when he's done.
I'll tell him now. Which way is he, Father?
He points you to a door, in the back of the chapel.
Thank you, Father.
He's going back around, and he's like cleaning pews, etc. while he's in.
Dane
I
is
walk softly behind Prentice.
Dane is away at the moment, but
yeah, just making sure you know.
we'll handle this little rough.
Yeah, I'm
We can handle
still
the
here.
roleplay. Ah, he's still here.
Yeah,
And Prentice
got
is
Ben
probably
on the
surrounded by
computer.
books.
I'll walk softly behind Prentice and place my hand on his shoulder.
Make me a will save, Prentice.
I knew it.
Princess, you're pretty damn startled. His hand just, like, touched you while you're studying.
What the bleeding ever hell?
Easy, princess. It's me, Ash. I came to give you some news. Why are you so startled?
Some giant dude just came up behind me and touched me. What do you think?
Yeah.
And he's studying about a
Princess,
prison,
you
so...
happen to be... Yeah. You happen to be reading the lines about the Lopper stalking people from the woods right about as this was happening.
Yeah. Don't worry. I gotta change the underwear back at the house. I'll be fine.
Well, we're investigating the cow that fields north of here, and apparently these sturges come out of the woods to feed on them. Don't think you should do it unless you get frightened by something in the woods. That frightened sturgis that suck blood. Let me know if you remember anything about these ghosts from Harrowstone and blood sucking.
Watch out for axes in the woods.
Axes? Why should you watch out for axes?
Just trust me. If you see an axe in the woods, just walk away or run.
Why? It's a woods. There are axes there. People cut down trees. Why should we worry about an axe?
Okay, let me put it this way. If you see an axe in motion, run away.
Ah. Well, I'll have to get the paladin to agree with me on that. He probably won't. Since he has a disembodied axe, probably evil. He'll probably smite it.
Just run
Okay.
and duck.
Okay. Why? What's that to do with the Lopper say on this page here?
And I'll give him whatever knowledge I've already found by the point where he.
Okay. You got all of his background, you just haven't found where he's being kept in the prison or anything like that yet.
You didn't find the
Gotcha.
exact location, but you did see that he was in the basement.
Nah, he wouldn't know the basement yet. Basically, all he would have got from his research so far was how he killed people and how many people he killed. By the time that Ash has walked in.
Okay.
Alright, well, keep at it. You know where to find us. I guess
Will do.
you won't be going to the woods anytime soon, I take it.
Nope.
Alright. Well, when you get done, go see how Kendra's doing, I suppose.
Will do.
Alright, hop to it. I bet I'm on the shoulder again as I leave.
Is anyone else having trouble hearing Andrew?
It's a little quiet, but not terrible.
Who's not bad?
Can you hear me
I'm
now?
I'm fine.
You can turn up the volume on the vent.
Oh, now I can hear.
I moved my mic a little bit closer to my mouth.
That is better.
Yeah, it's on a bendy stick. Anyways, I nod to the father as I leave. I thank him once more.
He nods to you and, well, blessings of Pharasma be upon you.
And upon you, father. I wink to Eve.
She doesn't notice you. She's
That's probably a blessing in
still
disguise.
playing. Alright. Valren, Zarkleen, and Helfort. You approach this very large pasture out behind the farmhouse, and over here you see fairly grungy looking commoner. He's got a straw hat on. He's sitting there and he's loading up a cart.
Excuse me, good sir. Would you happen to be the owner of the unfortunate bovine?
God damn, you made me laugh there. Well, he looks at you. Well, yeah, I own the cow. What are you, some city folk, calling it a bovine?
Oh, my good
Look,
sir,
it's just a
we're
cow, okay?
invest. We're looking for. Uh, w- we're investigating the the creature's death with to assist the sheriff.
Nah, I'm surprised he's sending someone out here. We all suspected a sturge. Oh, here you go. And he pulls this tarp off of the cart that he's loading up, and there's a very large cow corpse in this cart. Or, in this cart. Wow.
Where did you find it?
Well, it was just out of my field. Came out this morning, and, you know, my cow wasn't standing up anymore. So I walked out there, and sure enough, it was dead.
Can I look at the injuries on the cow and see if that is actually how it died?
Yeah, you can make a survival check on it. You could also make a perception, survival or perception. Survival will net you more information, I can go ahead and tell you that.
It's survival.
Alright.
I'll investigate it and do a perception. Or no, I'll do a detect evil.
Okay. Your detect evil doesn't show you anything, Hellfort.
What's that you cut out there?
Oh, your detect evil didn't ping anything. There is no evil auras. Alright, Ash, as you're walking around and you're looking at this body, you're running your hands across its neck and they sink down into kind of a hole in its neck. And you feel around, and it goes pretty deep. It kind of feels like a giant mosquito bite.
That's a big mosquito bite.
The farmer looks at you. Yeah, see? A sturge.
But don't the sturges usually not come out and attack? They just stay in the woods?
Yeah, usually. I've never lost a cow to a sturge before, but it's not unheard of.
Where's the nearest woods where the sturge might have come from?
Off to the north a bit. Off the map. He points across his fields and you see a large, swath of woods on the other side of the field. Well, there's woods over there.
It's probably the most likely source.
That's what I'd think.
Well, do you want to see if there's anything in the woods scaring sturges?
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Not afraid to get your blood sucked out?
Not afraid of a mosquito.
Thank you, sir.
Aye. Thank you, sir. I'll probably make some good steaks later.
He stops and he thinks, nah, thing has no blood left in it. Can't have a rare steak without blood.
Well, that's true.
Anyways, have a good one.
You too, sir.
So y'all are going into the woods.
This is not going to end well.
See ya, Sean!
Have fun. Remember to duck.
I gotta set. I didn't expect y'all to be going into these woods. Hang on, I gotta set something up.
You told us the rumor.
Yeah, I did not expect you guys to be going and running all up into some wood.
You haven't played with us
Should
very
always
much yet,
expect
have you?
unexpected.
The good thing is I have the map. It's just I gotta put your tokens on it and remove some other stuff from it.
Like the lopper.
All I can think of. If you go out in the woods today, you're sure a big surprise. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise.
So, you go into the woods. They're actually quite deep, and you eventually come across a road in going through the middle of this forest.
I'll have my
Well,
bow
should we
out.
spread out and search or stick together?
If anything, I think we
I
should
wouldn't
go
go too far.
in pairs.
Yeah, and don't go too far away from each other.
Yes.
Well, all right. Zarkleen, would you care to accompany me?
Sure, let's go.
Can I roll a survival check for anything out of the ordinary?
Sure. Alright. You can look and tell this road is actually decently well traveled. It seems nothing is really out of the ordinary, however, in the woods. Azar, make me a perception check. Okay. You don't see anything.
Yeah, missed a big old head in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, there is a... That's, just flavor on the map. But it looked like a pile of rocks to you. Ash, make me a perception.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna give you a slight unveil here, and then it disappears. You kind of turn around and you glance something as it's like... Seems like it's following you, and then it goes back behind the tree and you lose.
We have company.
It goes back behind the tree, and for all you could tell, it's gone. You just caught a glimmer of it. It was kind of a monstrous looking man wielding a large axe.
Oh.
Valoran, come here.
Yes? What is it?
I saw something go behind the tree. I'm gonna go around wide on the left, you go to the right.
Alright.
both make stealth checks for me.
Damn.
Alright, and make me a stealth check. Okay. Alright, you both turn around to look around the tree. Ash, you see a tiefling standing directly across from you, a little bit of ways in the distance.
Do I see any tracks on the ground?
There are no tracks.
I'm gonna look.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary?
Not really, there's a bunch of stones over here. They kind of look like a face, but it's just a natural layout and your brain's tricking you into thinking it looks like a face.
I'm gonna look into the trees upwards.
Okay, make a perception check.
Damn it.
A squirrel runs overhead of you, and you see it.
I'll look up as well.
You see the squirrel as well.
Ash, you're scared of a squirrel.
It's a monstrous thing with an axe. Prentice was worried about something with an axe following him around. The lopper, his ghost. Might have been it.
Well, we should continue looking, but maybe we should head back to check on the oracle soon.
I tell
Did you
how
two
what
find
just
anything?
transpired. Well, when I checked on Prentice, he was researching a lopper. And apparently he liked to stalk his foes, his victims rather, before murdering them in the woods, just staring at them. He seemed
Grisly
to be worried
business.
about disembodied axes flowing throughout the woods, because if we saw one, she'd run. Just now I saw this monstrous thing with an axe disappear behind a tree. There are no tracks. Might be the Lopper's ghost. I don't know. But it did not leave tracks. And we did not see it in the trees. Do you sense any evil, Helthorpe?
I'll use detect evil.
Alright. You see what, like, the lingering effects of an aura. You don't see, like, an active aura, but you can kind of see a decaying aura there's basically like a decayed tracks of an aura moving all throughout these woods. It's like a moderate power aura, but it's rapidly getting weaker. As you can tell, it's decaying from the thing not being here anymore.
There's evil residue all around us, and it was here recently, too.
Must have been what I saw. It must have disappeared. Does this seem like a ghost to anyone? That'd be like a knowledge check of some sort.
That'd be a knowledge religion check.
Knowledge what?
But knowledge religion.
Yeah.
I will say the DC of this was pretty damn low, so Ash, you even got a hint of it. It does seem very supernatural to you. Like something doesn't seem right. It's pretty common knowledge.
Wasting your large rolls.
Hellthorpe, from the description, you are almost certain it sounds like a spirit of some sort.
Yes, this definitely has the markings of a spirit.
Well, it's gone now. That might have been what stirred up the Sturgis. Perhaps we should let the sheriff know. Let Prentice know that there is indeed something scary in the woods. And, well, I want to see a concert.
Aye. Let's be away from this evil forest.
The way out is up, correct? That's why we came in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna transfer you back to the other map.
Alright. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna perception to see if I notice anything strange in the actual pasture.
Alright. You find a fascinating cow patty. It has all sorts of multiple colors sticking out of it, like it had ate something it wasn't supposed to.
Okay. Carefully navigate my way out without stepping on them.
Alright.
I asked
Yep,
the
Princess,
father
you
if
should be about
Prentice has
finishing
left.
up right now.
So I'm probably walking out of the archives right about now then, huh?
Yep, right about now you'd be walking out of the archives.
Oh, Prentice. Well, I have a story to tell you.
Why don't I like the sound of that?
It involves woods, ghosts with axes, scary things.
Kinda figured I wasn't gonna like that. And I'm real quick gonna turn to Father Grimborough and tell him I put everything back to order in the room.
Thank you much. You're welcome to come by and use the archives during our normal business hours.
Definitely expect to see me again, and I'll go move closer to Ash.
He goes back and he goes and checks the archives while you're talking to Ash.
So here we are in the woods, looking for it scared some Sturgis. And I look behind me, and there's this monstrous thing with an axe. Disappears behind a tree. Valor and I go and investigate. It's gone. No tracks. Nothing in the tree. Hillthorpe felt the presence of an evil aura that was dissipating. Something had been all over those woods and it just left, but was there very recently. Does this sound like the Lopper to you?
It sounds like it could be his MO. These prisoners are extremely fascinating in a terrifying kind of way.
Well, we're about to go tell the sheriff. Should we tell the father about the ghosts? Perhaps there's something he could do to...
Hang on, I want to see if I'm getting this correct. You're going to go tell the sheriff that there is a ghost scaring people and stalking them in the woods.
Well, he trusts Helthorpe. He is a paladin, and he did sense evil, and I did see something disappeared with no tracks. Ergo, logically, it must be a ghost.
Okay.
Come on. They're used to that kind of thing around here by now, right? With their ghost brew and corpse stew.
Yeah, that's called superstition. It's one thing to be superstitious. It's another to know that the things that go bump in the night are really going bump in the night.
Well, maybe. But the sheriff is a bit more cool-headed than the rest of the townsfolk.
Well, we should certainly let Father Grimborough know. I mean, sounds like the kind of thing he would at least be interested in knowing about.
I think you did trust it more coming from the paladin, seeing that it's the paladin. They're generally a trustworthy sort.
Okay.
I have issues talking to people.
Nah, really? Couldn't tell.
It's my beard. They find it intimidating.
Yeah. Sure. It's the beard.
And the other fur.
Alright, so...
Who
who wants to tell Father
outside.
Grimborough?
Hey, Ethor, would you, think it might be best you tell the father about the ghosts in the woods? He likes you more anyway.
As you please.
As you coming back into the chapel, you see Grimborough walking from back out of the archives, kind of nodding in approval. You can make me a perception, Helfort. You kind of hear Grimborough mumbling. He did put it back. Better organized than I had it. A true scholar that man must be.
Father Grimborough, a word if you have time.
Fuck you, Sean. You made me. God damn it. He looks at you. Yes, what brings another holy man in here to speak with me?
My companions and I have had a chance to go through the woods today, and I'm sorry to say I felt an evil presence, relatively strong and very recent, all throughout those woods.
He looks at you, kinda looks around. Well, I can't say it surprises me much. Ustalav itself is a beacon for undead souls. It seems many of those who cannot find rest in Pharasma's embrace will escape to here. Lots of negative energy. This entire country is full of. The town folk around here, they're very superstitious about this kind of stuff. And even if it was real, well, they'd probably make a bigger deal out of it than what it really is. I'd say as long as it's in the woods, I think we'll be okay.
What was that last bit?
He said, I think if it stays in the woods, we should all be okay.
Hmm. By your leave, Father. I will defer to your judgment on these matters.
Well, which woods was it? I will go out and sprinkle some holy water and try to give the town some protection if you feel it is of strong evil.
It was north of the farm, the one that had the bloodless cow this morning.
Mm,
But if it is the same thing that I've been catching glimpses of, then it's been also seen in the woods by the roads through town.
mm. That is deeply disturbing. I would not let information like this get out to the townsfolk. We don't need to cause a panic.
What about the sheriff?
Mm. The sheriff is a smart man. I think him knowing wouldn't be a danger. But he is a very skeptical man. He's just not going to take claims of supernatural and ghost and all of that as well as I may. He's much more a man of the world and would try to find a logical reason before going to supernatural reason.
I can understand that. Well, thank you for hearing us out, Father.
Mm.
Thank you, Father. We'll be seeing you at the concert tonight.
Oh, not me. I have to stay here and prepare for services. The traveling bard is a worshipper of Pharasma, a dirge singer. I'm sure she'll come by here afterwards. The temple will need to be prepared.
Well, I'll leave it to your duties, Father. I bow and make my leave.
He bows and makes your leave. I'm a little concerned of what Valorant is doing out here. He never walked into the temple.
I am I am talking to Eve as she's playing with the squirrel.
Alright, she sees you, walks up and says hi and nods the scroll. Same routine as with Prentice.
So, are you going to be going to the concert tonight?
She and the squirrel both nod.
I see you have a friend there.
She looks at it and nods at you and sticks up one finger and just says the word watch.
Alright.
And she stands back and she begins casting a spell. And the squirrel skeleton animates in front of you and starts walking around.
That is absolutely amazing.
Nice trick.
Hey, this is my conversation you put out.
Yeah, so as you walk by and you see this and you say nice trick, she gets a big beaming smile and pulls out a little hatchet and then chops this moving skeleton's head off.
Well, those are already dead. I guess that wasn't good enough. You had to cut it, right?
It's now re-dead.
Well, that's how you do it, right?
Exactly. You take them, you find them, you use them, and you kill them. Edgy smiles. Anyway, I need to go.
All right. I'll see you at the concert then.
She's humming a little tune as she skips away.
So, yeah. Weird. But Valorant likes her. But he also likes wolf balls, so, hey.
I tried it. I didn't say I liked
You
it.
said they were delicious. No,
I
you
never
said
said
you liked them.
they were delicious.
I do believe you said they were delicious.
I did not.
I looked at Prentice. Prentice, did he say they were delicious?
Fuck you!
I heard something to that effect.
I have never said.
Or, did you hear him say it was delicious?
I can't recall.
Oh, you're no fun. Sarkly, he said they're delicious, right?
I'm a little vague. That ghost still hit me kind of hard that night.
Oh, that's right. You did shoot that ghost still and pass out. Well, your vote doesn't count, so it's 2-1. You liked them.
Nope. I stand by my word.
Mm-hmm. You like wolf balls. Whole town knows it. You like wolf balls.
I'm just saying, but that's probably the kind of thing that Evelyn would like.
Yeah, you should ask her next time.
I just start
Ask her on a
walking.
date to the tavern and have wolf ball soup.
Go out on a picnic, have a basket full of balls,
You could fry them. You could fricassee them.
boil them,
You could stuff.
bake them.
Mash them, stick them in a stew.
You could butterfly them. You have the white wine sauce. Some butter.
Hellthorpe, as you fall behind, make me a perception check. Here in the middle of the road, you see like footsteps, like footprints being formed in the middle of the road with no body connected to it, walking towards you.
What the deuce? Wanna detect evil?
You're not getting any evil aura. They keep walking towards you.
I speak out to the footprints. Are my eyes deceiving me?
They keep stepping towards you. And they're about right in front of you right now.
Hold, spirit. What is it? What would you will of me?
the footprints stop, and you feel really cold for a second, and then everything kind of warms back up, and you don't sense that it's around you anymore.
Warms back up and what?
Oh, yeah, you like the presence that you kind of like when basically you kind of got that chilled presence, like something was standing there right with you, and then it went away.
Strange. Gonna proceed on.
All right. It looks like everyone is in the Zocars except for Printa.
Apparently they needed a drink. I'm going to go check on Kendra.
Okay. Prentice, make me a perception check. You don't
Damn.
notice anything.
Ah, hell.
As you come back into Zocars, he hears you spouting off wolf ball recipes, Ash. And Zokar comes running up and starts writing notes. It's like, you found what the tiefling likes to eat, did ya?
Oh, he loves wolf balls. He is particularly interested in trying wolf ball jalapeno poppers.
He looks salty and spicy. An interesting combination.
Oh, just a hint of cream.
They would be a little creamy, wouldn't they? I might work some up and bring them out to Valorn tonight at the festival.
I'm good.
If anyone
I'll
will
pass.
like them, he'll like them.
I'll pass.
Nonsense. He's making them just for you.
Ah, yes, don't be so modest. But if you don't want them, Zokar won't make them.
Thank you for the offer, but as I said, I'll pass.
He looks very disappointed.
Valorant, you hurt his feelings. He's proud of that.
Oh well.
You can make a perception check, Valorant, as he's walking away.
I don't give a shit.
And you didn't hear him. Yeah, you didn't hear him mumble. You know what, Ash? You and Zar can make perception checks too. None of y'all can hear worth
So
a
we're
damn.
blind
It's
and
loud
deaf.
in the bar.
We're blind and deaf.
Good job, guys.
All right. He did look kind of dejected as he walked away, though.
Oh well.
You hurt his feelings. This kind of man makes us fine stew and ale and a finest of wolf balls for you to eat, and you reject him like that? Man, did your mother not raise you right, Valorant? Seriously.
It doesn't matter.
Would you eat him in a box with a fox?
Nope. It would not eat them in a box with a fox.
Well, I'm gonna go check on Kendra. It's been all day. She probably is getting ready for the festival. A little concert, whatever the hell thing it is tonight.
You just want to see her changing, don't you?
Shh!
Alright, Prentice, as you get down to Kendra, says you're the first one there.
Yes?
You walk in and she's scurrying around the house, getting ready. She runs by, she's in kind of a relaxed garment. She has this pair of big fuzzy slippers on her feet.
Yeah, I turn around and walk right back out the house.
You're not there yet, Ash.
Oh,
But yeah,
I just
she's in
stepped
a
in.
forever. Hellforth hasn't even got there yet.
Oh well,
And he left
I'll
before
wait.
you guys. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna move y'all to Kendra's house. Y'all eventually all get there.
Ah! Ah!
That is not waiting for you.
Thank God.
Kendra is scurrying around in the house as she's getting ready. She doesn't have her real shoes on yet. She has this pair of big fluffy slippers on, however. And sees you come in, Prince. Oh, what do you find today? I heard you were researching.
Not good news. And I'll tell her what we found.
Well, that is grim indeed. Why did my father get into stuff like that? Ash, I take that was what I think it is.
I moved away.
Okay.
Looking at anywhere but at her feet.
Alright. Well, the concert is about an hour from now. I would suggest freshening up before heading out to the square. I'm gonna go upstairs and finish up. Walks right by you, Ash, by the way, and then goes up the stairs. And Ash has disappeared.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, he ran out to the outhouse. Are those devil slippers gone?
Ash, are you scared of slippers?
Bad memories associated with them.
With slippers.
Long story.
I'm guessing.
You won't guess.
No, I'm guessing it's a long story.
Something like that.
Alright, now I'm going to go ahead out to the outhouse and freshen up.
Alright. Oh, out of context whispers.
All right, give me a second. I'll send you.
Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Okay, there we go.
Alright. I'm just prepping up the next map for you. Alright, so about an hour passed, and Kendra basically comes downstairs to you guys. I need to switch over to the map. Kendra comes downstairs and she looks a little bit more well dressed than normal. And looks to you. Well, I'm ready to go. Are y'all ready to go out to the I hear it's a traveling bard from the capital of Ustalav. It should be quite a show.
Waiting all day for it.
Very
Sounds
well.
fun.
Follow me. So on the way there, Kendra basically is like, well, the performance happens at the gazebo. There's no seating, you just kind of stand around and watch your performance from anywhere in the square. It's a simple affair, but enjoyable. So as you reach the square, you see a multitude of the town folk all strewn out about the square. In the center of the there's a woman dressed in all black with a appears to be like a mandolin, and standing beside her is a guy with bagpipes. Various people from town. You see this dwarfen lady leaning up against the building right here. The older man from the graveyard is standing there. And you see Jamenda across the way in front of her shop. Pretty much all the people that you've seen around in town. Out and about. And I see Valorant making a beeline to Evelyn over there.
Oh.
Kendra motions. I'm gonna get a place closer so I can see and watch the. Uh, the lady in black with the mandolin kind of steps up into the gazebo. Well, the show will begin in about 5 minutes. Feel free to mingle amongst yourselves before we begin. And she goes over and starts talking to a person with the bagpipe.
I ask Evelyn, so, did you have any more fun after we parted ways earlier?
Every day is fun when you have graves to play around.
So that's where you went? To the graveyard?
Mm-hmm.
Any graves in particular?
They all have their own story. Each one a sad remnant of a soul who left our world.
If you don't mind me asking, why is it that you're so intrigued with the darkness and death?
Well, we all die. Why not control death? Become one with it.
So, have you learned to control death?
She gives you like a no shit look. You saw my friend today.
But that's different than controlling death. That is reanimating a lifeless skeleton. Have you done any research or studying into the reanimating of flesh and bone, or the or messing around with any of the soul aspect, or is your knowledge only of skeletons?
I feel I'm not powerful enough to intercept souls yet. But maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Would you happen to know how to bring someone back to life, though? Sort of a resurrection.
I know of ways. I do not know how to do them yet, but I am actively researching them.
Sounds good.
Anyways, I believe the show is about to begin. And she kind of points over to the lady with the mandolin. Are any of the rest of you talking to anyone else while you're here in the crowd? While Valorant is trying to pump the Oracle for information. The other
Just
Oracle.
listening.
Make it sound so wrong.
I'll chat to Carlominda a bit.
To Jaminda, you mean?
Yeah, Jaminda.
Okay. As you get over to Jaminda, you can make a perception check. Alright, you
Oof.
don't see anything. She seems preoccupied for a little bit, then sees you there. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Were you trying to talk to me? I don't mean to be rude. I just had things on my mind.
Well, nothing like a concert to ease your mind.
Yes. That is true. And it also allows Something like this brings everyone out into town and kind of keep an eye on people that I want to watch.
Who would you want to watch?
Well, it's nothing. I don't need to drag you into it. Just some of my own petty issues.
If I can be of help, please don't worry about it.
You can make a diplomacy check to see if she wants to open up to you or not. Alright, she looks and she kind of leans over and whispers, I have to watch the sheriff. I don't know why, but he's always lurking about my place. It kind of creeps me out every night. He's out walking around. It's like he suspects me of something, and I don't know what I might have done.
Maybe he's fond of you.
She laughs. Yeah, nah, he's far too pragmatic. He loves the law and nothing else.
Well, I haven't been here long, but I've found the sheriff to be reasonable.
Maybe so. It just bothers me how often he circles my shop. Hope he doesn't listen to the rumors of some of the commoners who think I'm a witch of some form, brewing up potions and that stuff. But some of the commoners would think that around here, with the way they treated old Lorimore. And she looks at you. Well, anyway, I think the show is about to begin. Zarkling, Prentice, are you guys doing anything during the build-up?
Oh, just sitting and waiting. Or standing and waiting.
Alright, so Ash is going to be on autopilot. Alright. Prentice, were you doing anything during the 5 minutes before the concert began?
Chillaxing and shooting glances at the pipes.
You don't trust the pipes?
Nope.
Alright.
So you
As
don't
we
like
see,
axes or musical instruments? The hell?
Andrew had to step away and he won't be back for the rest of the night, so his character's going to be on autopilot for the rest of the night. But we'll probably only play about 30 minutes to an hour more, so.
Alright.
Okay. So, after a bit, the bard, she steps up to the gazebo and speaks out to the crowd. Well, for the town of Ravengrow, I feel it would be fitting to open up with a song, an ode to our great Pharasma, the Lady of Graves who watches over us all. Valoran, you can tell that Eveline liked that. And she begins to sing. can all make me a perception check. Alright. So as she's singing, you notice the man with the bagpipes. He looks, he's normal 1 second, and as you're watching the performance, he kind of like makes a few jerking motions, and he pulls the bagpipes up to his mouth. Prentice was about to type something there, and it scares me what he's typing. And he begins playing right as the bard finishes her song, and she gives him like this terrible glance, kind of like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" And then she screams and runs off the stage, and like runs into the.
Damn it.
You can see that he's starting to bleed from every orifice.
Who else is getting creeped out?
And it's a very sad dirge of a song being played by the pipes, and everyone in the audience starts to freak out and starts clearing out. And you can roll initiative.
Shit. Sturge.
So during all this, river starts barking, and up from above the rooftops, you see these large insects come flying in, almost to the same like beat of the music being played. Oh, I gotta add health 4 onto the initiative. Sorry about that. Alright. So, I'll make one of these things. That's what you see flying in.
Fun.
Valoran, you are up first in initiative.
Alright, and I can make...
Count the squares as 5 foot, for this combat.
I can make a 5 foot and then attack. If I make anything over a 5 foot, I can only use one of them, correct?
Correct. Here, I'm gonna change the scale of the map for a second, just so it can, work. There you go. Oh, hang on. There you go. Shit, it's doing.
I can just go off of that.
Yeah, each square's 5 foot. Just go off of it.
Okay. I'm gonna go here. And as I go, I'm going to tell Evelyn to give me as much support as possible.
Okay.
Do believe it's Danes.
I'll take a 5 foot step. Well, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
My
I
map just fucked up.
There you go. I messed up the map scale when I was trying to change the size. You should be able to see yourself now.
There we go.
I'm gonna attack this one.
Alright. Alright, you crit fail. Let's see what happens. Alright, as you come up and try to stab this giant flying mosquito, also known as a scourge, you let go of your weapon, and it's going to fly. So it basically flies across and hits into the side of the jail there. The sheriff barely dodges it, and it kind of is sticking out of the wall, kind of Zorro-like. The sheriff runs inside the pulling his prisoner with him that's chained. The River goes and hides under the gazebo. Helpful.
Well, because of my armor, I've got a 20 foot move, so I'm gonna use my full turn to run.
Okay.
So that should be 40, I think.
Yeah. We'll go with
Yeah.
it.
Alright, that's me.
Right. The Sturges actually go before Evelyn. So, the first Sturge is going to come down here and go to attack you, Valorant.
Of course.
And it's a pretty strong attack. Wow. That does not beat your touch AC with a 5, does it?
AC 17.
Nope. Or your touch AC?
Touch 13.
But you're guaranteed to have at least 10.
13.
Alright, so, yep, it misses. Alright. The one right in front of you, Hellthorpe, is going to go after you. What's your touch AC?
See. Touch is 11.
Alright, so it ties its AC. It goes to stab you, but it kind of glances off of you, but you feel it graze your skin. This one's gonna go after you, Prentice.
Yay.
It crit fail.
Damn that luck.
So, it's going to stick itself, and it starts draining its own blood.
Yeah.
So you see this mosquito basically bite itself and start sucking, and it looks, very odd to you.
A little bit obscene.
A little bit of...
Oh my god.
And this one is gonna come up and attack you, help. 10, so that one bounces off of your armor. Alright, what does Evelyn? Evelyn, looks at you and kind of like shrugs and let's see. She's gonna cast a Doom on the Sturge that's right in front of you, Val.
Ah, damn it.
And let's see, make sure what her save for that's gonna be. Okay, what Sturge has to roll. There's the Sturge will save. It fails to save. And it is now shaken. So it's gonna have a -2 on pretty much everything.
Sweet.
So, yeah, she kind of casts a spell. This kind of skull flies out of her hands and moves around it, and the Sturge begins to kind of quiver. Alright, Prentice.
No, why the hell not? I'm gonna hit the Sturge that's sucking itself.
With what?
Okay.
I have a mace.
None of us knew that you
I'm
had...
gonna-
I didn't know you had a mace.
I've had a mace, and I'm gonna swing it two-handed.
Prentice is finally gonna grow some balls and attack something. Alright, roll to attack.
Thank God.
Nice.
18, that hit. Roll your damage.
Nice.
Alright, so you see the Sturge is kind of flapping around, having a hard time staying up into the air, and you just splat the bug, and basically you hit it, it crushes its carapace, and it falls down to the ground in a big splat.
A little bit of bug juice should fall on top of him.
There's a
Boom!
nice little splatter effect as it hits the ground. Val.
Okay. Do believe you know which one I'm going to attack now.
Mm-hmm.
Kick.
That hit.
Damage.
Alright. So you kick it. pretty strongly. It's still a flapping though.
Claw.
That hit.
Damage.
Alright, and then you come down and you clip its wings off with its claw, and it falls down to the ground, and it rolls around on its back for a little bit, and then just stops.
Woo!
Zarkling.
I guess I'm gonna walk over and start picking up my weapon.
Alright.
It's about that general direction.
Yeah, it should be right in front of you now on this wall. That'll probably take your whole turn to walk over there and kind of pull it out of the wall. You
Oh,
threw
yeah.
up a pretty good force. Alright, help.
Alright, I'm gonna attack this guy to my right.
Okay. Alright, you hit him with your sword. Alright, you slice into him, but he's still up.
Alright, I
Alright,
think
the
that's it for
Sturgeon.
me.
Alright. The one that you just slashed, Hellthorpe, it saw Prentice go and smash his counterpart in one fell swoop, so he's gonna move over here and attack Prentice. What's your touch AC?
Uh, 12.
Alright, so he... So...
That's kind of suck.
what happens is whenever a Sturge hits someone, it actually doesn't do damage. It's going to do ability score damage as it starts sucking your blood. And until the next turn that it... But it has now stabbed itself onto you and it's attached, and you can feel it pumping on your blood.
Am I still gonna be able to hit it?
Yeah, you'll be able to smack it. Alright, the other one is going to attack you.
Alright, my touch
That one
AC
attack-
is 11.
Yep, he attaches himself onto your neck. So, both Princess and Hellthorpe have giant mosquitoes attached to them at the... Do 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 do. Alright. Eveline will start casting a spell as she's walking. Stand over here, and her hand is kind of glowing in like... I won't even say it's glowing, it's her hand is kind of an absence of light. Let's say. Alright, and she's gonna succeed her melee touch attack. And the one that's attached onto you, Princess, it kind of shrieks, and as this black darkness envelops it, and it falls off of you and shrivel.
Thank you.
It shrivels down to its bones. Prentice, you're up.
Going to move here and swing at the one that's attached to Halethorpe.
Alright. Don't crit fail.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Nice.
Alright, you hit it. Roll your damage. Alright, you smack it and knock it off the Hellthorpe, and it falls down to the ground dead, and you're out of initiative.
Woo.
And as the last one dies, the music completely stops and the bagpiper falls to the ground. And there's a pool of blood beneath him.
I start walking over to the bagpiper.
River is looking at him, barking. Right, the bagpiper is motionless in a pool of blood.
Prentice is moving over and leaning against the wall, kind of shaking.
I'm gonna use
Yeah,
detect evil on the bagpiper.
You're getting a moderate aura that's dissipating, like something was there and it's gone. That was evil. The square is very quiet, and people are starting to peek out of the buildings and have a terrified look on their face. Kind of hear whispers, well, what was that?
Is it possible that I could roll a knowledge to see if I knew or had an idea of what it might be?
Knowledge religion? Maybe it's gonna be a really high DC.
Come on.
I guess anyone can make that check.
I was hoping it'd be knowledge arcana.
Damn, I wasted my good rolls in combat.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah. None of you really are sure what it is. It did feel very spooky, though. That's the best way to describe it.
Okay.
The bagpiper is still motionless on the floor in front of you in a pool of blood. And the bard comes running out eventually and kind of stops, looks at him, touches him, and begins to cry. It's like, he's dead. She, like, just completely breaks down.